point ever actually playing the real game against people. I have no idea why, but anyway, guys. So we're back, of course, in Philadelphia for the East Regional, and moving on here in the Universal Open Rocket League, we've got our third quarterfinal of the day, which is, of course, going to feature G2-B going up against Imperial, and let's take a look, actually, at the bio for G2-B, because, of course, they're using a bit of an interesting setup as well. Now, of course, that top name, Kronovi. Everyone knows him in Rocket League. He's been around forever. He has massive channels dedicated to the game, but of course he was kind of the odd man out of the 3v3 squad, so he moves over to G2-B to join his coach, Jazo, who's been playing with him, and they actually met up against G2A in the finals of the Mid-Atlantic region. To get a couple of words from them, we have Larry standing by right now with G2-B.
All right, G2-B standing here. We got Cameron Beals, and we also has his manager here. Talk about your manager and playing with him, and why did you decide to choose him as a teammate?
Well, with the format of the tournament, we had to exclude somebody from the team, and we decided, hey, you know, I don't have to sit out if I don't really want to. We signed up kind of for fun, and we ended up qualifying, and so we're really just trying to have a lot of fun with this. I mean, we want to win, be competitive, but it's going to be a blast.
What's it like playing with this guy right here, who's recognized as one of the best in the game?
It can be challenging, but it's also really fun. It's cool to see how good he can be, but it's also frustrating whenever I mess up and I don't live up to his expectations. So it'll definitely be a good time, but hopefully I can keep the stress levels down playing around this beast of a player.
Quickly, Kronovi, how do you avoid being overconfident? Because a lot of eyes are on you. I
mean, I've been overconfident before and fallen short plenty of times before. I can look to my past mistakes to stay focused on my current game.
All right, guys, good luck. See you in the quarters.
Must be fun to be good enough to be, you know, just playing for fun, and you're one of the favorites to win the entire thing. Great, awesome. Well, here's the team they're going up against, though. It's going to be Imperial. As we see, we have MO22 and we have Running Cat Dog on the team. Now, of course, these guys are part of the Imperial Esports 3v3 team, so another squad coming over that has experience in a different format, but trying to test their 2v2 skills against one of the top teams in the world. Let's go ahead and go back to Larry, who's standing by with Imperial.
All right, tough road to hoe for you guys, Nick and Michael. You know you're going up against one of the best in Kronovi. Talk about this tough matchup right out the chute here in the quarters.
Who's Kronovi?
He's like LeBron James or the GOAT Michael Jordan. That's what I've been told.
I never heard of him.
Mike, what can you tell me about this matchup? You guys are underdogs in this. Maybe that works in your favor, right?
Yeah, Kronovi's teammate isn't necessarily as well known as him, so hopefully we're able to take advantage of that and score a couple goals early and win the game.
All right. Excited about this, Nick? I mean, you got to be excited about being here.
Pretty excited about being here. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully put up some wins.
All right.
Yeah, put the biscuit in the basket, like you said.
Good hat.
Yeah, thank you.
Nordiques, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he likes his ice capades. Hockey fan here. Guys, good luck, Nick and Mike. See you in the quarters.
All right, and it's time to jump into Game 1 of G2-B versus Imperial. Wave and Quinn, take it away.
We got G2 in the blue, Imperial in the orange, and I just flat out don't believe that he's never heard of Kronovi. I think it's a bunch of smack talk, if you ask me, Quinn.
I think you're right about that one, Wave Punk. Kronovi, kind of hard not to hear about this guy if you are in any way connected to Rocket League.
But you see MD here setting this one out for his teammate Running Cat Dog. MD22, a player who's been around the scene for a while. Now here with his buddy Running Cat Dog Kronovi through the air, the shot towards the net, puts that one in the top. And that is the first goal on the board here for G2.
What's most impressive to me about this shot here from Kronovi is just recognizing the trajectory and the drop in the ball and getting underneath it to get that perfect height to drop it underneath the crossbar. That's the control we're talking about when we look at Kronovi.
Well, I gotta give Running Cat Dog some credit here, running the Animus up here. That's not a car we see very often.
Oh yeah, that's new out of the overdrive crate?
Yep, the new F1 style car. Oh, and Jazzo's got a free goal just popped up for him there by Kronovi on a platter. Puts that one through. G2's up by 2.
Kronovi doing a really, oh wow, I must have missed that. I mean, that's just unfortunate there for this, for Imperial. I mean, Jazzo in the right place at the right time, but that's just got to be like a fluke of a goal.
4:28 left to go. It's already the 2-goal lead for G2. This has happened in both the G2 games. G2A and G2B. Kronovi there going for that ceiling touch that you were talking about earlier, trying to finish it off himself, but interrupted by Running Cat Dog. We'll see if Imperial can get on the board.
Sorry, getting a little excited there. I thought he had that through on goal. That was a really good play, and we mentioned earlier it's an important part being mechanically sound in 2v2 because you don't have another player to bail you out. And it's crazy to see Kronovi playing with his manager.
Close one there. MG22 going to be able to put that one away, but as you said, yeah, Jazzo here on the field. The manager there, former roommate of Kronovi's, or maybe even a current roommate, but he got into the game because of Kronovi. Kronovi said, hey, you should play this game. I'm pretty good at it. He's got the pass into the middle.
Pretty good's an understatement, I think.
For sure. Jazzo almost putting in a second goal there. He got the goal, the follow-up. Now G22 going to try and dribble on Kronovi. He'll just block that one away and let Jazzo go up on the wall. Barely does not make contact. But he'll get it past running Cat Dog inbound. And look for the pass to Kronovi in the middle. Kronovi slowing this one down. MD22 not to be baited in, not to be faked out. We go get the block, and Jazzo to try and drop it back down. But a bit more back and forth here. As Imperials getting their bearings, getting settled back in. The first 2 goals went in like the first 32 seconds. And we haven't seen a goal since here in game number 1.
The first goal, a clear outplay, but the second goal I think was a little bit lucky there for Kronovi and Jazzo, and that's got to be eating away at MD22 and running Cat Dog. I mean, they have to do just twice the goals that they have to overcome, and that's going to be difficult playing a whole match from the behind mentality. They know they're going to have to take so many more risks.
Although I like the strategy we're seeing right now from G2. Running Cat Dog's going to get this one past, actually. He's going to put that one through. Jazzo was in the back, and that puts them on the board here. Imperial got 1.
Yeah, you'll see him. He takes what's called a bounce dribble. It's where you just let the ball bounce in front of you, and you do that so you're able to get underneath the ball to get the height necessary to pull it up over the defender. A great lob there over the goalie.
And the strategy I was talking about right before that, we're seeing Jazzo oftentimes up in the 1 position, trying to push the ball into the enemy territory, just mess with the defenders, allow Kronovi to sit back and watch and lurk and look for an opportunity to score. As the more strong mechanical player, he does not. MD22 gets it past him. We got a tie game.
Bald Kronovi. MD22. Who's Kronovi?
Yeah.
Who's Kronovi? Oh man, what a play there. Kronovi actually even recognizing where the ball was going to go and still could not stop it.
That is excellent placement there from Imperial, and they have tied up this game quickly as we are still before halftime here now, right there, passing halftime in game number 1. We're going to try and move this one up. Neither player able to get it through MD22. I'm going to bounce this one around in the air. Shot downfield. Gets it past the defense almost, but running Cat Dog there in the nick of time to put it off to the side. Kronovi with another opportunity, sends this one into the goal. The defense is all amuck, and that's G2 with the lead.
Really great confidence here from Jazzo to recognize that it's his time to pressure the ball. Even though both defenders are out of the goal, that's the time, and it looks like they can interfere with the play, but they're really so far out of position. All he needs to do is put the ball in the air in a place where they can't contest it, and that's what he did, and we see G2 take the lead again.
After sacrificing 2 goals in a row, they put in a third, up by 1. Jazzo misses the touch on the wall. MD22 able to play it all the way down the field. Kronovi will sit in net. And 2 players up again. This is bad news for G2, but luckily the ball goes into an empty corner. No one able to rotate over in time. Kronovi able to dribble this one up the wall, looking for Jazzo in the mid. Running Cat Dog will interrupt, but the goalie, MD22, will be able to clear this one as Jazzo falling back to midfield. Keeps the pressure on here. Gets a good 50-50 to drop it into the box.
Oh, and he actually goes for the bump, but is unable to get it. If he caught that bump, that would have been huge. The ball would have just floated right down the middle of the field for Kronovi.
Kronovi needing to fall back quickly here, but Jazzo, excellent contestation in the midfield, has this ball completely open, and Kronovi up to take a shot. MD22 with the aerial 50-50 puts it back into the corner and passes out into the midfield. Jazzo's rotated all the way back, so he won't be punished for putting that ball out in the open. But now Kronovi will be looking for his teammate. The pass outwards, Jazzo comes in, blocked away by MD22. He read that pass.
And these are moments are the ones we talk about when we say it's a risk versus reward battle. We see just how quickly MD22 and Imperial are able to get on the counterattack after an attack.
The clear here was not what G2 needed. And MD22, you can see Kronovi here trying to get the clear, but he just kind of lofts it up. MD22 will get the tie game, putting this in 3-3, highest scoring game we've seen so far.
Yeah, actually threading the needle there between Kronovi and the crossbar. Great shot there from MD22.
With a minute remaining in game number 1. The winner is still completely yet to be decided. Anybody's game right now. Kronovi getting chased by running Cat Dog. This one will leave it uncontested onto the backboard, but nobody in position to take a shot. Jazzo can even get a strong touch and move this downfield. They'll put it into the corner and bring running Cat Dog alongside him, but MD22 set up in net. They'll be able to move this one as Kronovi was too far back and that pass was too fast. MD22 trying to get it past Kronovi once more. He's already dribbled it past him in a 1v1 once this game. With 30 seconds remaining, it's tied up at 3 apiece.
And we should mention before, is this a best of 3 or best of 5?
Still best of 3.
Best of 3, right. That's going to be so important. Whoever takes the lead in this first match is going to be putting all the pressure on the other team. So I think both these teams with 13 seconds left, they're going to be playing incredibly safe if we get to an overtime.
And with the final countdown, the ball touches the ground after 0, and it's still like this. We'll go into overtime. First overtime in the Universal Open. Jazzo with an opportunity to be a hero. The pass to Kronovi, the shot, the buzzer beater. It's G2 with the victory in game 1.
That was such a calculated play there from Jazzo, hitting it so softly there to the side. Running Cat Dog is so far back in his own net, he actually he can't leave the net to go and challenge that. He has to stay inside the goal, and that's going to be a mistake seeing him run out of the net and try and challenge, and letting G2 take the lead.
Jazzo proud to rep G2 there. On a hat he made himself. He was very intent on making sure we knew that he made that hat himself.
Yeah, he bought one of those little patches.
Yep. You can see Jazzo there, 1 goal on the bottom, Kronovi with 3. And 9 shots there from Imperial, putting up a nice show. But in the end, it's going to be G2 who comes out with the victory. The shots were long and hard. They started off with some defensive mishaps, but it was the offensive prowess that gave G2 the victory here.
Oh, and there's Cat Dog scoring right over Jazzo, showing how to bounce dribble. And MD22, oh, the fakes. Kronovi, he sees where it's going. He couldn't stop it. Huge play from MD22.
Yeah, but G2 were not done, able to put it all the way through. Kronovi would get 1, and then the last one would also be, see that they're going to get the tie game. That was Kronovi not being able to get the clear, finish it off. But in the end, I think it was really funny that last play started with Jazzo getting a Feels backflip. But the Feels backflip actually perfectly positioned him to get the pass to Kronovi, so it all works out there. G2 gets the victory.
I was so close.
He was so close. Very, very close. We'll go into game number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen, right off the bat. We're going to be getting right back into it. Can Imperial bounce back is the question on everybody's mind.
I think easily. That game was a very tight game, and it looks like there's just a huge opportunity, I think, for them to kind of step it up. We saw mistakes actually from Jazzo, and if they can just capitalize on those mistakes a little bit better. A few times he's going up for double commits or over commits where he goes up for the ball and he doesn't need to be.
We will see if they can pull it out here. Game 2, Imperial with their backs against the wall. Loss here sends them home. Best of 3. So quickly do we get to match point. We have yet to see a game 3, but this is the match that's looked the closest so far. Can Kronovi finish it off? Oh, he'll drop it in. The Hellfire goes off, and G2's got the lead.
Have mercy. Look at him. He recognizes the ball is going to come down, so he taps it down himself, so he's able to get the jump back up again and get another touch over the defender, and he catches it off the crossbar. Well, mouthful, I'm sorry, but what a goal from Kronovi.
You know what my favorite thing about the G2 team right now is Kronovi has like such an expensive car with Heat Wave and White Zombas, maybe the most valuable wheel in the game. Jazzo is rocking a completely default octane here with OEMs and no decal. But you know what? It doesn't matter.
You don't need Flair to get the job done. That's what Jazz is out here saying.
Nope, they get the win there in game 1. They're going to try and do it in game 2 with the lead already, the 1-goal lead. Kronovi in the corner. 2 players up in that corner. A good opportunity here, but you saw Jazzo immediately falling back. Like we said earlier, you have to rotate so quickly in 2s.
Right, and we see Kronovi here actually hitting the ball sideways. Some people might say that it's useless and it should just fall back, but it's important. He's maintaining possession on the outside of the field and making it difficult for the other team to contest the ball, letting his teammate have time to rotate.
Oh, what? This was in? Yeah. How? How did he get this around the post? Let's watch and see here. Kronovi puts it in the corner. Jazzo's already lurking. He's zoning out the defender there, and Kronovi just gets the perfect angle.
Just such great card control there from Kronovi, and a great play there from Jazzo, seeing his teammate bumping the opposite team. It's just up to him to be able to put the ball on target, and that he did.
Now up by 2, running Cat Dog with a nice flick over the top of the cheat from Jazzo. Kronovi will play it across and then chill in net. Watch what MD22 does. He'll come off the spider positioning to send it over to the side. This one will bounce back into the middle. Anybody's ball. Running Cat Dog's there first, and he gets it past Jazzo, who misses the ball. It's a good opportunity here for Imperial.
Oh, it's just gotta feel terrible for running Cat Dog, seeing the other team miss the ball when you know you could have just gone and shot it. He's just expecting Jazzo to hit the ball, and he didn't. Oh, it sucks to see goals like that just disappear in front of you.
Kronovi, oh, he gets it past 2. Is Jazzo there to finish it off, and he'll be in the back. Again, you've got to respect the other team so much. Even in a situation where you have a breakaway opportunity, you're not going to be committing both your players. Jazzo just probably wasn't even able to move upfield in time to be there. They'll put it into the corner here. Kronovi will get the boost. He'll see if he can pass here on the wall. Gets a pass to one. It's a 1v1. MD22 versus Kronovi. He'll look for the pass. He'll find a teammate. But Running Cat Dog interrupting. Great position there from Running Cat Dog to know that Jazzo was the player he needed to interfere
Yeah,
with.
he not just tried to get in front of the ball, but tried to get between the two players, making it difficult for G2 to get there first.
See MD22 moving it down the field. Kronovi on the wall. Passed again. Kronovi winning so many 50-50, showing why he is one of the most successful players in Rocket League right now. Running Cat Dog on the side here. He'll let MD22 pick it up. He's like, I'm backwards. You have it. MD22 with the fake on one. Can he get it past Kronovi? He's done it once this game already, but Kronovi going to be able to play that one over to the side. MD22 clearly the star right now for Imperial. And you might look at this game and say we're past halftime, it's 2-0, G2's got this one on lock, but they gave up a 2-goal lead last game in like 30 seconds flat.
30 seconds I think it was.
Imperial absolutely can come back into this one, and they have to at this point. A loss here sends them home.
Yeah, and let's talk strategy for a second. The big thing they're doing different this game is Jazzo is going for the ball a lot less. And Kronovi actually famously known for being a little bit ball chasey sometimes, right? He's actually just totally controlling the game, faking out Imperial time and time again, and single-handedly stopping their offense. Kronovi right now is just dominating this game and letting Jazzo stay comfortable and only go what he wants to.
Jazzo here trying to buy Kronovi time. Actually does successfully as you see Imperial lose ball control. Kronovi in the air will possibly look for Jazzo upfield. Now Jazzo's already rotating back. Now Kronovi with the fake under MD22 is just Running Cat Dog in the back, gets it around him. Can he put it into the goal? He had to do it a third time as MD22 rotated back, and now Running Cat Dog with the counter play. This is what we said at the beginning. They get it in there. Imperial's on the board.
And with a 1-goal margin now, this game suddenly became a lot scarier for G2. Just look how easily a bad 50-50 can go the other way for you in 2v2. There's no player who's back who's able to help you. And you see it actually went off of Kronovi's own car to go back over Jazzo. So that's what we mentioned before. You have to be very careful when you pressure the ball, what you go for, because you can very easily put your own team behind.
Yeah, and oftentimes if two players commit on offense and they don't score, that means the other team has a golden opportunity, and you see Imperial taking advantage of that there. And now a 1-goal game. As G2 tries to finish this one off and move on to the semifinals. 1 minute's all they got to do. They just got to hold on to this 1-goal lead. An extra goal would all but secure it for them.
And actually, very well done from G2 there to not just let Imperial do what they want and get started with the dribble. Oftentimes, the hardest time to start or to stop a dribbler. Oh, is this it?
Yeah, he puts it in. We got a tie game. 44 seconds left. No defense was there for G2.
Wow, a huge power just out of there. Both players out on G2. What I was trying to say is that you want to stop dribblers when they're starting to settle the ball and control it, because that doesn't ever let them get the control necessary to get the touches that they want. And G2 was making the right moves, putting pressure, but just catching themselves playing a little too aggressively, and they concede the second goal in 30 seconds.
Now 2 games in a row, Imperial has come back and tied it up after being down by 2, and here he has an opportunity. Can Running Cat Dog get there? It crosses the goal off the post, right back in front of Kronovi. You saw MD22, thought it would be going all the way wide of the goal and rotating into the corner, but Running Cat Dog now in. Jazzo with the boom cleared downfield. And it'll be MD22 to wrap this one around. 15 seconds remaining. Tie game.
When these demos are actually huge because it lets Kronovi go all the way back on defense and it stops Imperial from getting control.
I'm slowing this one down here.
3 seconds.
Kronovi. This is on Kronovi's hood. He can easily do this one if he can just block MD22. He puts it over to the side. Can Jazzo keep it alive? Oh, he's got it on his hood. Puts it to the side. Oh, and this one stays alive. This one could be bad now for G2, but they'll drop that one down. We'll have our first overtime of the Universal Open.
Oh, it's looking like as this game progresses, Imperial getting further and further in it. I don't know if they'll be able to score like they did last time.
They have to. They have to score. And if they don't, if they do not score here, they are done. This is the first goal wins in overtime.
Yeah, the game can actually last infinitely. It's golden goal. We could be here all day, everybody.
The record overtime in the current era of Pro Rocket League is like 7 minutes and 13 seconds. So they played like over 2 whole games of Rocket League. It can happen. But with how aggressive these teams have been, I'd be surprised if we were having one go that long.
It's all about who makes the first error in overtime. You see teams just trying to play as safe as possible. They don't want to concede, and especially Imperial right now, 1 game down. If they concede the goal, they're out.
They're out. They're done. They have to get this one here if they want to stay alive in the Universal Open. G2 will play this one into the back corner. Just trying to buy time for his teammate to get back, see if they can set up a very methodical offensive push. Trying to get it over top of Kronovi, but Kronovi just so patient, able to get that one past 2, and now it's back to the orange corner, and this time Kronovi's there with him. He demos him and sends him back, which means Jazzo can move up. But he's going to do so timidly, wins the 50-50, puts it into the net, could possibly do this all by himself right now. Kronovi is still lurking in the back here. He'll move up, try to take the shot, open net, it will not go in.
Save.
What a save from Running Cat Dog.
Wide open.
He's got it all down the field. Does it go all the way? Yep, MD22 puts it through, and as we said, you commit 2 players and you don't score, you get scored on, they stay alive. Imperial, we'll go to game 3.
Jazzo trying to get the corner boost instead of just turning around as fast as possible. The ball bounces favorably for Imperial, and they just have a wide open net. They just go straight down the center, the fastest way through the field, and capitalizing on Jazzo overcommitting in the corner, trying to go the long way through the corner.
And the mistake there was Jazzo not rotating back immediately after making the pass to Kronovi. And that was Imperial coming out with the victory. 3 goals, 8 shots. They've put up so many. I think they've put up more shots in both games 1 and 2 than G2 has. This time they come out with the victory.
I do want to say, though, that save there was huge there from Imperial. Able to pull the ball all the way out of net favorably. It was crazy. What a games it's been so far.
You see Kronovi able to drop these ones through. It was such fantastic goals. And it was the same story, both games, of G2 getting out to this nice lead, Imperial bouncing back, finding the mistakes, finding the chinks in the armor, and then it coming down to just who could score the last goal. It was a buzzer beater in game 1. It was an overtime goal in game 2. These teams very evenly matched. As we move into game 3, I have no idea who's going to be able to take the victory here. Just the defense on both sides had their moments. And just, that was the save that gave them the opportunity.
It goes off of the inside of the crossbar back through the center of the field. Like, what a clear.
Not only did he save the shot, as you're saying, but the way it bounced off the post immediately transitioned the ball onto offense, which is what
the key pass and the clear all in one.
That's what punished Jazzo's lack of rotation so harsh.
And it's just one of the huge things to think about with this game. I mean, we looked at Kronovi. He actually took a shot. He didn't need to take that shot. He could have opted to fall back, but the shot was not good enough to actually challenge the goalkeeper as difficult as it had to be, and that's what let them get that goal. Both Jazzo and Kronovi, minor errors there. We'll see what they can do this game to kind of reorient themselves and get back into it.
This series has been a number of firsts for the Universal Open. Our first buzzer beater, our first overtime, and now our first game 3. So we will see who moves on here. Can Imperial play upset to Kronovi and company? Jazzo will put this one in. That's the first time we've seen Jazzo score first.
Yeah, what a great shot here actually from Jazzo. It was a little bit late to the ball, and I would have expected Imperial to challenge it or try and control it, and Running Cat Dog with no boost. He was not able to actually go up. So although it was a good shot, he wasn't positioned to make the save. He just didn't have the boost, and that's that boost control we talk about.
And we have seen G2 score first every single game, and it really doesn't seem to have made any difference. 2 demolitions there. MD22, can he put it in? No, it goes off the crossbar just a little bit too harshly pinched upwards, and he's not able to put that one in off of chaos created by the demolitions. Now Jazzo inbound once more. The 50-50 in the corner will drop it in front of Kronovi. He's not rotating again, but right now he hasn't been punished there. He'll fall back.
And actually using a lot of boost on his way back. We see him just kind of lurking around the center, not really trying to focus on boost control in this game. I think Kronovi, just quickly stealing that boost. That was huge.
Kronovi now on the wall, slowly waiting it out, but MD22 able to send that one through. Running Cat Dog went for the bump. This pass play should work out for them as they're just dribbling it across everybody. Can Kronovi finish the volley shot? No! Running Cat Dog, plenty of time to figure out what was going on, position himself correctly, and get the save. They dodge that bullet. Still down by 1 in MD22. The mind game, but Jazzo just tackles outright. Good move by Jazzo, realizing what MD22 was trying to do. He just faked out Kronovi.
The team manager, you're not balling my team.
That's right. The Cat Dog to MD22. Jazzo over the top. It's been the Jazzo show in game 3. Can Kronovi put it in? No, it goes off the post, but Jazzo will finish it off. It's 2-0 G2.
And I think we're seeing the nerves come into play with both teams giving up what looks like a free goal and just unable to convert. But Jazzo here, clutch. You mentioned it. The Jazzo show in the second game, scoring a great goal by himself. And actually, I think bailing Kronovi out of a lot of the plays that are going on. We've seen Kronovi really overcommitting and using all of his boosts, which kind of leaves him stranded. And Jazzo just there time and time again.
Jazzo really fitting in well here in the 2v2 roster with Kronovi at the moment, going up against Imperial. In this game 3, a decisive game. The loser of this game is out of the Universal Open, and right now, G2 in no way, they're up by 2, but they've been up by 2 in 2 games. and then they've had it tied up every single time, only winning game 1 by a buzzer beater. It's the only difference right now between them being knocked out and us being in game 3.
Yeah, it seems that they actually have more control throughout the whole game and more opportunities to score, that they just lose focus at key moments, which cause them to lose the match. Golden goal does not necessarily favor the better team. It favors the team that is better at capitalizing on mistakes and playing safer.
Capitalizing, especially on momentum. MD22, what a shot off of the bottom of his car, rotating it around so it just very softly will loft over the defender into the goal. What a play, and that's Imperial on the board.
Yeah, actually using the momentum of the ball to hit it off the ceiling, bounce back, and he gets under it on the other side of the ball in order to fake defender for where it's going to go. A great play there from MD22.
Now my question is, can they within 30 seconds once more tie up this game? They'll have to be done by the 2-minute mark, but they still will have 2 minutes after that, even if they don't, to get that 1 goal.
I think if it happens again, I mean, is Kronovi the problem?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. 22 up on the wall here with Kronovi, coming off to the backboard. Oh, and that dropped from Running Cat Dog. Jazzo's fallen back, as he should in 2v2, but a juicy one there hanging out in front of him. Could have baited him in. Try and play this one away. Running Cat Dog, the soft touch. 2 players commit from G2.
Kronovi out of position here because he tried to go for the same ball as Jazzo, excuse me.
There's a lot of O names in Rocket League.
Jazzo, Rizzo,
Devo, Remco, I can think of a bunch.
UC Maestro.
Yeah, that's not how that works, but sure. Jazzo over the top of 1, trying to go for the small ball plays here. Cat Dog able to play it away.
Looks a little flustered, a little worried there, actually, that he thought that the other team was going to challenge him quickly, and he was just trying to do whatever he could to prevent them from clearing the ball.
Kronovi with a beautiful clear into an empty corner means that G2 will be able to have a chance at offense here. Running Cat Dog's touch is soft over to the side. And MD22 picks it up, adds some speed. Has onto the backboard, uncontested. Send that one away. Running Cat Dog on the wall. Jazzo gets it past him now. An upfield, a 1v2 situation. MD22's just got to loft it and buy time for Running Cat Dog to get back. As the final minute hits here, only a 1-goal game. Imperial has thrived at this scoreline in 2 games. Can they do it once more? This one goes off. You see the G2 players immediately turn around. Kronovi picks this one up, looks for the pass for Jazzo, but shut down by Running Cat Dog, doing such a good job interrupting the pass plays all series long. But there's the shot from Kronovi. Beautiful pace, so hard to block at that speed.
So what a boomer that was. Such a fast-paced shot there. We see 114 kilometers an hour, beating it over Running Cat Dog, and it actually goes directly above MD22, and it's so fast he's just unable to get his car up in the air. I mean, that doesn't happen very often, especially from that distance.
And now with a 2-goal lead, 38 seconds remaining, much more difficult to come back from. Imperial, they've done it twice. Can they do it once more? 30 seconds remaining. They have to get 2 in or their tournament life is over here. Jazz will try and move upfield. Kronovi in the back versus MD22. We've seen him win this 1v1 before, but he plays for the shot towards net, which plays right into Kronovi's favor. He'll come off, he'll kill this one down. Running the clock down is so favorable for G2 right now. And as we're in the final countdown, the ball in the orange box. 2 goals is not going to be possible. G2, after being so close, G2's second squad here, Kronovi and Jazzo will be able to get the win, move on to the semifinals, and they are through.
Yeah, we see Jazzo, a huge sigh and breath of relief. I mean, you could tell he was feeling the pressure there. He did not want to be the reason that Kronovi was going home. But let's look at the stats here of that match very quickly. We see Jazzo with 2 goals out of 3 shots. A great offensive performance coming from Jazzo.
Impressive that Kronovi was able to get more points, like almost double his points, even though Jazzo technically outscored him. The assists and saves and shots all totaling up there for Kronovi. So he's able to get the victory here. And what a match. You have to give it to Imperial Esports. They were so strong when they were playing. You're getting the win there in game 2, but it is G2 that comes out with the victory here. And what a series it was all the way around.
Yeah, look at this shot there from Jazzo. Oh, off the crossbar, that top corner. We saw this time and time again. Just great offense from both teams over and over, able to beat each other's defense very, very well. It just seems that, especially from Kronovi, he was a class above the rest of the players.
Yeah, you saw that shot there from Kronovi. I felt like there was a bit of conditioning there from the G2 roster. They had kept the ball on the ground. They had just been going from some small shots, and then a ball rolls around the corner, comes out, and Kronovi goes for the high-flying, fast-octane aerial. And there's not a shot that they were anticipating at all. Able to put that one through, gives them the victory.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We know the next team making it into the semifinals. That is, of course, going to be G2-B. And to speak with the winners right now, we've got Larry standing by.
Yeah, we got Cameron, we got Jake. And guys, what did you guys learn in this situation here? You're playing a team that was very confident coming in. A lot of people looked at you guys like you should be in the semifinals and definitely into the finals. What did you learn about yourselves playing for the first time in a long time with your manager?
I mean, playing with my manager, we just have to get our rotation down. I think that was a big weakness here, but I mean, our opponents are no joke. Everybody here is serious, and they're just as competitive as we are, so they wanted to win.
How tough is it playing with this guy, a guy that's that's a legend in this community, and you stepping up right now?
Honestly, it's really good to play with him because he can really adapt to anyone he plays with. And what I said to him is just like, hey, work with me here. And then we talked, we made sure to communicate, we played well, and it was fun. It was good. It felt very great.
You talk about not sleeping on the opponent. What did you learn in this one? 3 games right here.
I mean, MD is great at dribbling. He knows when to dribble. And if you caught in a one-on-one scenario, I mean, I got dribbled on him in a one-on-one. Like he's got what it takes to take that 1v1. So that's why we had to focus on our rotation so hard. I didn't want to be left alone.
Quickly, what do you take into the semifinals?
Make sure to play my best. That's all I need. I'll let Cameron support me as best he can, and we'll get our best shot at getting to the grand finals in Santa Ana.
Jacob, the manager. Also, we got Cameron Bills. Moving on to the semis, guys. Back to you at the desk.
All right, that is our next contender in the semifinals. G2-B advances there. Next up, we're going to have Ascension versus Rebel Sci. 1 spot left to fill out in the semifinals bracket. Next up, Ascension versus Rebel Sci. Stay tuned for more Universal Open Rocket League.